to some mess of the mess. It's your boy Paul. So first off, like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. Let's get down to it. We got messy blogs. I said, baby, yesterday was a total mess. Cause some things happen where Miss JT's coming, JT coming, JT coming, JT coming, and she came, baby. She came. She came in to do a little wreckish. So she heard the song of Cardi B's Pretty and Patty. So let's get into the mess of the mess, y'all. It's your boy Paul. So now, first up, baby. Hold on, let's get into it. Now this is what we're gonna get into. Let's see what we're gonna start off with. We're gonna start with the JT stuff, or we're gonna leave that for last. Oh, let's leave it for last. Let's get into first up Harvard University. So Harvard University has got them a big donation from Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. She donated to Harvard University 70 mil to them. I said, baby. I said, all right, girl. I said, good for you. I said, since Trump then took away federal funds to universities because they didn't follow, because some universities won't follow his rules. So she donated 70 million. I said, congratulations to them. Hopefully it is enough to help them out, during this upcoming. Well, I think it's during this school year and this semester and semesters to come. The next 2-3 semesters at most. If that. Hopefully they can do a lot with that money. Let's move on past that. Let me know how y'all feel about it. But let's move into some messiness. So let's get into the TikToker EK. I think that's how you say her name. Well, she's pregnant. And they sold the footage of her baby daddy that destroyed her house popped up. And she said, I still love him and everything. This is my toxic relationship. So now the video popped up where looked like he was drunk. Came in and he destroyed her downstairs. Like it was a house. He came in her house and destroyed her downstairs. Her downstairs was tore up. He was wrecking that sucker. And all of a sudden we seen her run out. So he ran out because she had a weapon. She went in that kitchen and got a weapon. He was scared. Cause she wasn't playing. I said, yeah, girl, he destroyed your stuff, but you love this toxicness from. I don't get women or men that actually like this toxicness when it comes to relationships. It's like that's not love. That ain't a person that loves you or makes you feel safe. That ain't a person that cares for you, that will actually destroy your property and everything else. He has no respect for you, but you like it because you return the same behavior by restoring his cars and stuff like that. It's like, yeah. But that footage came out yesterday, and I said, baby, this is a toxic. And it looked like she was pregnant. Yeah, she pregnant with his third child. I forgot. Yeah, she got his third baby on the way. And I said, girl, you shouldn't be this stressed out. I said, and you loving it. You had the police come through and everything, and the police show going through, checking the place out. So she did a police report. But I said, you not gonna leave him alone. Then what was the point of the police report if you just gonna let the mess keep going and you're gonna put a stop to it? But that's what people do. But let's move on past that. Let's get into, we had a far right Republican. I forget this lady name. She had an issue with Jasmine Crockett. Apparently she called this woman she called Jasmine ghetto. She's a ghetto I said, oh, I said, girl, you the ghetto, call her a ghetto black. I said, but that's you. I said, you girl, because your aesthetics, how you dress and everything, you giving the thing of what they consider a black ghetto. I said, you a white lady and you giving the same. You giving exactly what you calling her that she's not. She's a highly educated woman who's a lawyer, who's also a representative of her state, and who also up on Capitol Hill doing her job, fighting for her people, not just in her district, but for everybody in diversity. And you out here spilling bull about a woman because you're jealous. And you ain't as highly educated as she is. Only thing working for you is you're Caucasian and probably got some money that you were probably born with at the most. And you have nothing better to do and spit lies. But that's what's going on there. Let's move on to Egypt, baby. So apparently a guy who was working at the Egyptian Museum, this man then stole from a Egyptian prince, baby, from they said 21st century, back in AD 21st century, somewhere back there. I forget the name of the pharaoh it was. There was not a lot of information on him because during his time he was more of a savage. But he had it's like he stole the gold from the king and sold it, melted it down, made a bracelet, sold it to a gold jeweler in Egypt for $3,735. So the jeweler ended up selling it for $4,025. After it got sold, it ended up 4 people ended up getting arrested, and all 4 people ended up confessing. Yes, I said so. They got arrested, but it didn't say what happened to them. But it was under hush for a while because they was trying to get a hold of the bracelet. They never got the bracelet back. So they put out a report recently, letting jewelers and other people who deal with gold and stuff like that to try to get it back. Yeah. I said, how you working on the job and you gonna steal something that ain't yours and then melt it down and sell it? I said, you ain't selling for big money. You sold it for some chump change. Shoot, you should have been trying to get out of Egypt. But that's what was going on there. But let's get into the mess of the mess that I got, and that is the JT comment. JT, and so she responded to, Miss Corleby, and her pretty and Patty. That song girl where she went in on that girl and her man. So she came back with a little 1-2 of bringing up Stefan, his whole legal lawsuit for SAN that's going on. She brought that up saying, your man is gay. He out here, doing things he shouldn't be doing and stuff. And I'm in support of the victim and everything and stuff like that. So that was her kind of comeback back at that. So Cardi B is out here, promoting her album. It's out, it's banging, it's that stuff. So she out here doing what she do, doing publicities and everything. And she was somewhere promoting, and she came back. She said, I got receipts, I got videos, and I can drop them. That's it. And she said, I even got a diss track, bonus diss track waiting for you. I said, baby, now that's what I'm talking about. I said, oh, shoot. I said, oh, JT. I said, JT could have just left it alone because there was no point of you even responding to it. Like, you could have just, I would, if I was JT, I wouldn't have said nothing. I would have just kept going about my life, posting, doing me, new music coming out, this and that, and all that good thing. Oh, also, she talked about her when because Carly did talk about her man, and she said my man is famous because of his hairstyle. I said, "Is we serious?" I said, "Lil Uzi, he famous because of what he be. He famous for the hair. He famous because of his outfits." He famous because of that person, his outfit, his personality, and how he present himself in his music. I don't listen to it, but people like it. You know, is what it is. But she had to make a point about that. I'm like, girl, what? But yeah, that's what's going on there. But JT didn't. I think she should have just said, okay, girl, move on because it wasn't nothing to really respond to. It really wasn't. You could have just went on about your day, said, "Oh, I got a new project coming out, blank, blank, blank," and kept it pushing. That's how I would have did it. It started promoting that way, or at least came out with a song because she also said Carly can't rap and this and that. I said, "Girl, your rapping skills ain't even that better. It's not that better." I said, "I'd rather listen to Car." I said, "Carly's skills have improved. I'd rather listen to Carly than you." For me, I said, "JT isn't." She just could have did another. She could have did something different instead of coming back at her. It wasn't worth it at all. But petty and pretty. They both petty and pretty, and they gonna both do it. They gonna do what they want. But let me know how y'all feel about everything that I talked about today. It's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel, and I will get back at y'all later. Bye, y'all.